There are 6,431 cases in Australia. The new figures we have today so far are that New South Wales is up by 16 cases. The good news is more than half of our cases nationwide have fully recovered. That's 3,603 Australians beating the virus. Victoria's just under half of what New South Wales has clocked in the number of cases at 1,291. South Australia and WA were sitting on par for a while, and WA seems to have pulled ahead with 527 cases now. Tasmania's jumped to 165 with that outbreak in the northwest adding to those cases. The ACT has sat relatively firm now on 103. Queensland, adding those extra 5 cases, has taken their total to 999, and the Northern Territory has 28. Unfortunately, the death toll has also risen to 63. Now, let's check in on the coronavirus curve. That's what authorities are watching to see how those physical distancing measures are working. And there is very positive news there. You can see that we've sat under 100 for quite a few days now. Now, the important caveat there is that testing might not have been happening at the speed it should have over the Easter long weekend with a number of doctors' offices closed. But that still has authorities optimistic that we can hold on for the length of time needed to really make headway against this virus. US fatalities have topped 25,000, doubling in just 1 week. Italy and Spain have allowed some workers to return to their jobs as new cases fall. Around 300,000 non-essential workers are estimated to be back at work in Madrid. In Russia, President Putin is warning his country faces an extraordinary crisis. A marked change in tone from previous declarations, the situation there was under control. Russia has recorded more than 21,000 cases. India, meanwhile, has extended a nationwide lockdown until May 3rd. The lockdown for its 1.3 billion people came into force on March 24 and was set to expire today. And the White House says President Trump will speak to G7 leaders via videolink on Thursday in a bid to coordinate a global response to the pandemic. Let's take a closer look now at the top 5 nations with the largest number of cases. The USA is unfortunately leading on this measure with 600,000 plus cases there. Spain well behind, but of course marked difference between their populations with 172,000. Italy 162,000 ahead of France as well, 143. Germany has managed to keep it at around that 131,000 mark. Now, let's look at the number of coronavirus deaths in some of the worst affected countries. This is another unfortunate statistic that the US is leading on. Italy, 21,000 deaths ahead of Spain's 18,000, 15,000 in France and 12,000 in the UK, although there are concerns that the UK isn't recording those deaths in aged care homes, so that could be much higher. America's passed that milestone, recording 25,000 deaths.